Hey Wolves, how are you guys doing? I'm Mr. Guerin, one of the deans from the Dean's Office.
And I'm Mrs. Johnson, the other dean in the dean's office.
We wanted to film this video for you guys to make sure everybody's on the same page with some of the rules and procedures that you're expected to follow here around the campus.
Absolutely. And some of them, we are well into the school year. We're 3 weeks in beyond. And so we have moved on and we are ready to go. You've followed many of the rules very well. We're just going to recap and give you some of that information so that you are ready to continue to be successful the rest of the year. So first, let's talk about general school behavior. We believe you are here to earn a diploma and to move on with the rest of your life. For that reason, we need to make sure that you are in class and getting what you need to have done so that you can be successful in school. A good piece of advice is to come to the dean's office or your counselor's office before a problem arises so that we can help you come to solutions and alternatives before getting in trouble. And if rules are not followed, then we have different consequences ranging from a conference with you to a phone call to your parent, as far as in-house, out-of-school suspension, and Howl or our Star On program. And if that doesn't help, we may look at an expellable offense. So hopefully the job is to keep you in school and to keep you being successful on your road towards graduation.
Yeah, like Ms. Johnson said, we're here looking to help you guys. We want you to be successful. We want you to be here at Basic Academy. We're going to do everything we can to help make that happen and to work with you. Of course, sometimes we get put in situations where our hands get tied on what we're able to do, and those are some of our expellable offenses. So keep in mind that if there's anything regarding use, distribution, or even possession of drugs, alcohol, that includes wax pens, vape pens, things of that nature, those can be expellable. All right. If there's a situation involving battery towards staff or a student, that can lead to your expulsion and you being removed from Basic Academy. And of course, weapons on campus. Weapons of any kind have no place on our campus or any campus. And if you bring them onto campus, then that can lead to your expulsion. Again, we want you here. We think Basic Academy is the greatest academy and that we want you to be part of that. So make sure that you keep those things away from campus, weapons, drugs, vapes, alcohol, all of that, keep that away from campus so that we can have you continue to be here and we're not forced into those expulsion processes.
The other way to help you be successful is for you to be in class. And so when you need to use the hall pass for whatever reason, whether it's the nurse or the dean's office, the counseling office, anything like that, please get your pass, take care of your business right away, and return expediently so that you do not have any issues and you can be back in your classroom.
So another important point about tardies and your time in the classroom is also with attendance in general. Attendance is your first step towards getting your credit and therefore getting your diploma. So we do want you in the classroom. If you need to be out of the classroom because you're sick or there's something going on with your family, we understand that and we ask that you bring a note to the dean's office within 3 days of your return. That can get those absences excused. You can get access to your work and be good to move forward. Also, if there's something going on where you know in a week or 2 weeks you're going to be out, stop by the dean's office before you leave, and then that way we can do a pre-arranged absence. Again, that excuses those absences and also gets you access to your work even before you leave. Do keep in mind that you do want to make sure that your absences get excused somehow, because if you get too many unverified or unexcused absences, that can lead to loss of credit in your classes. If you have more than 10 in any individual class, it can also lead to your withdrawal from school. That would mean that you don't get credit in any of your classes for that semester. It would also mean that you and your parents would have to come back in and re-enroll and essentially start over. So make sure that you guys are in class, make sure that you're there on time, and again, working towards that diploma.
Another way that you can make sure that you are ready to be successful in school is to dress appropriately. So make sure that there's no gaps between the bottom of your shirt and the top of your pants. Make sure also that you are wearing an appropriate sleeveless shirt with 3 inches or 3 fingers wide across the strap so that you can be in class and be appropriately dressed. For those people who like to sag your pants, we do have some zip ties that can help keep those up, and so that you are able to be in class dressed appropriately for your success and for the success of others around you. Your shoes do need to have rubber soles so that they don't slip and you don't fall.
Also related to dress code, keep in mind that your head needs to remain uncovered at all times, so that includes hats, do-rags, hoodies from your sweatshirt. All of that needs to remain off of the top of your head at all times. There's two exceptions to that. The first is for a bona fide religious reason. If you follow an actual religion that requires you to cover your head, that's okay. We can work with you on that. And also if there's any spirit day or anything like that, you can then wear a hat as appropriate. Slogans on shirts, anything on the front of your shirt needs to be school appropriate. That includes any graphics or words, nothing with weapons, violence, guns, drugs, inappropriate language, anything like that. And then also you want to make sure that any of your clothing and accessories is safe for you and for others around you. So no chains, no spiked or studded materials. Ultimately, the goal of the dress code is to help with your safety and the safety of those around you, and also to make sure that you're ready to come here and be at school and learn, and that's a little bit different of an environment than, say, where you might be at home or on the weekend. Also related to technology is the acceptable use policy. We know you guys are using a lot of technology on campus, whether it's your phones with permission from a teacher in the classroom, whether it's Chromebooks, or even going to the computer lab. You need to make sure that your technology use on campus is appropriate for the campus. When you were registered online, your parents signed for you an acceptable use policy, and that outlines basically that you guys know that you're using your technology appropriately and for school use only, and that if you don't, then that can lead to consequences within the dean's office that can include you not being allowed to use any computer on campus for any reason, even academic. So make sure you guys are following that. Another good rule of thumb is to make sure that with your password and everything that you use to log in, that you hold on to that. Don't give your password, your school login, anything like that to a friend. Because what sometimes happens is they decide to not be your friend in a couple of months, but now they have access to your information. And if it's you that's logged in, it's you who's doing whatever that's not supposed to be done on the computers. So make sure that you hold on to your information, keep that stuff personal to you, and follow that acceptable use policy throughout the year.
Then finally, our new cell phone policy is in full swing. Many of you have been following that without any issues, and that is fantastic. Just as a reminder, the first time that your phone is confiscated, you can pick that up at the dean's office at the end of the day. 2 or more times your parent does need to come in. We've had very few issues with that. Thank you for your participation and being so wonderful in getting that taken care of. However, if a teacher does ask you for your phone, that you're using it at an inappropriate time, please just hand it over and we'll take care of it in the dean's office. If you argue or refuse, then that adds insubordination to your referral already, and it just complicates a problem that is real simple. Remember, we want to keep simple problems simple, keep small things small so that you can learn in the classroom, be in the classroom, get your credits, and ultimately get your cap and gown.
So that's it for us. Thank you all again for everything that you do to help make Basic Academy the greatest school in the Clark County School District. Again, if there's anything you need from either myself or Mrs. Johnson, by all means come see us in the dean's office. That's what we're here for, is to help you out. We hope you guys have a fantastic year.
Be you, be strong, be great.